know why. That makes sense. Stress ball at. Oh. This is unironically like one of the best gifts. Hello, hello. I don't know why my viewer thing is like crazy that thing is like backwards. 1 second. If this guy got back to me or not. Yes, that would be because I am probably getting sick. That would make sense. Why are my viewers like messed up? 1 second. Streamlabs. Hello. Just be overlays. Maybe that's in stream elements. It's not. Oh, that's nice. There's like little. Okay, there we go. I guess it's just like massively delayed for whatever reason. Not sure what the deal is there. A bunch of cool stuff I really want to show you guys, but I don't want to unveil it just yet. The noir detective music in the background. Yeah, we've about to solve some cases, straight up. The case of why the fuck I'm sick the immediate next day after Christmas is what I would like to know. Who done it? That'd be crazy. Okay, so there's no viewer count on here. Elements, maybe? Where's my smoking top hat? You know, I should get a hat. I really should have a stream hat is what I have to do. I don't think anything would really fit on this, but I am liking the whole like little mini hat thing. Maybe I get like my little mini Christmas hat situation going on there. I'm still trying to figure out a way to get Rents to wear this without him just absolutely losing his mind. So that is one of my goals. I'm going to make them little party hats for New Year's. I think that's going to be super cute. We're kind of we're kind of close to it. We've got a start here. They're going to be huge though. If I had to guess, like this is going to be like a huge little party hat for him. It's going to look ridiculous, but I think he looks just so fetching in a little hat. Rents specifically looks really cute in a hat. He's the one that wants to wear the hat the least though. Fatty looks pretty good in a hat. He's got like a nice like regal face, so like a pretty large hat looks good on him. Oh, I'll have to find you guys. I have a picture of Fatty with like a banana hat when he's like a little teenage baby. It's so cute. Is it okay? So I can have a countdown timer, but it doesn't show me like. Show all labels. Okay, I am gonna need that countdown timer though. I'm just gonna be is ready to use. So now we have countdown timers and alerts, I guess. Doesn't really solve my problem here though, because I need... Why is it not showing me the viewer count? being so precious with it for some reason. Count for OBS. Butters was a bag chaser. Yeah, Butters is... I think Butters would probably be in at least my top 3. Butters ranks higher than most of the boys, unfortunately. I think Cartman would probably have to be my favorite. I feel like he shows, like, the greatest range, specifically. Your account not showing up. But Butters is legit. He's probably one of the best ones. Tweak is pretty underrated too. Tweak is pretty good. Kenny is number 1. Kenny's pretty good. The fact that you can't hear Kenny drives me crazy though. But like, I feel like even though Kenny doesn't speak, Kenny has like some of the most aura of the whole group. Like if Kenny's not in an episode, you notice. You know what I mean? They've been real light on Kenny so far in the last couple of episodes, I think. Runts. What is it, Runts? Do you see that Mommy is made of string? Do you see that Mommy's made of string? Do you maybe want to be over here and hang out with Mommy? Daddy left the room and now Mommy has risen in the rankings. Come here. Come here, Runts. Runts, your adoring public wants to see you. Come here, my sweet. He's just like nuzzling on the corners of my computer so that he can trick me. So that he can trick me into running away and be like, no, I never wanted to be here in the first place. I struggle against your love. Friends, when are you just gonna accept that you're a star? You know that? He's like the right weight of a snuggly cat, but he's very, very compact. No, please, Runts. Please. Will this ball of yarn perhaps persuade you to stay here? Look at this ball of yarn. Like, your paltry trinkets mean nothing to me, Mother. Okay. Fair enough. He's just gonna sit off screen and scowl at me. Runts, come on. You dangle your affections in front of me. Like a bird on a wire. It's cruel what you do to your mommy. Pretty mean, Runts. Runts just likes to demean me. It's his favorite thing. Bottom. Yeah, I know you want the bottom from this Oracle deck. I did work on getting a new stream pack. And I think this will be the permanent stream pack, because they're just, I don't know, the ones that I've been using before just weren't vibing. I tried to do this one kind of, like, witchy setup, and I don't know. I don't know what I was smoking when I thought that I wanted that, but just was not the vibe when my head cleared. I was like, this will be cool, and then I was like, it's just not right, you know? It's just not on brand. It's not the theme. This holiday one's pretty cool, but I wish, like, one of the things that's like not my favorite about some of these different like OBS setups or whatever is they're not very. Oh, you got basil again, man. But I'm getting prosperity off of that one this time. Harvest. Interesting. Okay. And potion. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. This one's about work. So you got basil, harvest, and potion, which is interesting because I just made soup. But I'm getting prosperity off of this one. That's the vibe I'm getting from that. And then from this one, I'm getting hard work. This is cool. I haven't ever drawn this one before. It's got like little squashes, a cornucopia, some like old style maize. Interesting. And then potion, I'm getting more like empowerment from this than invigoration. I was hoping for invigoration on this, but it's just giving me like really strong empowerment on this. So this is basically like a get this bread kind of pull, I think. You've been picking up extra shifts? If you won't tell me about your love life, it's gonna tell me about your work life, homie. But yeah, that's crazy. Hey, that ties into the flock question. This thing. What's your biggest like work crash out? Because I want to hear about that. One time when I was at work at the deli back in the Dizzy, I was telling you guys earlier, I was like, my favorite bit is to be like, I'm burning this place to the ground. And because we don't live in like a high crime area, that's like a bit here. Like nobody reasonably believes that I'm gonna do arson because like I'm not gonna do arson. Yeah, fair enough. So some legal, some illegal. Bro, don't dry snitch on stream. The chat is up. So I'm working at this deli, right? And I'm always saying like, oh, I'm gonna burn this place down, or whatever, because it's like, it's a fun little bit. And none of those people knew that I did like light fires, like, because I live on a farm, you know what I mean? Like, this part of agriculture is fire, you know what I mean? And ironic that there's a fire background to this stream right now. But we're in a rush or whatever, and one of these hoes didn't keep the like toaster free, and it just pulled one of like the bread bags into the toaster. So I turn around and the toaster's on fire, and I start to panic and I'm trying to like get the bread bag out of the toaster instead of turning the toaster off, because if I turn the toaster off, it's still on fire, but the mechanisms aren't moving. So I'm thinking maybe if the mechanisms are continuing to move, then that will like save this machine somehow. But it lights on fire, and then my boss is like, damn it, Riley, like, and I'm like, okay, this time though, I know what this looks like, but I did not set this on fire. If you check the cameras, it was not I. Set it on fire just to work. Nah, straight up, 2020 was like one of the worst years of my life because I couldn't work. I just was like sitting at home in like a depressive fog. And I was like, ugh, life isn't worth living. This is the worst, because I went from having full autonomy over my schedule and how hard I wanted to work and stuff. And then I couldn't do that anymore, and the government especially was hard on the hoes, let me tell you. They were like, I think I still have that on my YouTube of me bitching about COVID. I was just like, this is bullshit. Like, I should be allowed to do lap dances if I want. It's a free country. I was so mad. Because I was like, a lot of this doesn't make sense, and I was like pretty pissed about it. But enough about politics, right? And so, yeah, if I don't have like a good like 20-hour work week or something like that, I just start to be a real bee to be around, if you know what I mean. But neither do I want to work 80 hours, you know what I mean? If I work 80 hours, I'm also pretty bad to be around. So somewhere between that like 20 to 80 hour window is like perfection. But I do love a job where I can set fires, where that's like part of the job. That's pretty cool. Yeah, occasionally we have to like burn fields and stuff like that to like get rid of weeds and stuff. Back in the day, actually, Pop had a flamethrower that we would use to like burn ditches and stuff like that, because we had these things over here. Violent Night. How did I like the movie? I really liked Violent Night. It was really good, but there are these things in the Pacific Northwest called a pivot, which you Midwesterners might not know about, because y'all have a bunch of wonky farms probably that don't have these. But I think the Midwest is all wheel lines. I think I could be wrong. Who knows? Never been there to farm, but we have this thing called a pivot, and it's like a giant like water sprinkler thingy it's like 20 feet tall. And it makes like a little swing set shape. And at the end of that swing set shape are these giant wheels. And it goes around in a circle, and it sprays all the crops. And then you can tell it to not go in a circle. You can tell it to like just do 3/4 of a circle or whatever. And I mean, our potatoes are the best. So like Midwest potatoes ain't got shit on Idaho potatoes. So farm beef aside, so we have these giant things. And we have like this little hill that one of them is set on. And so when it goes up the hill, it just freaking gouges a path right into like it created a bog basically, because people don't pay attention to like the typography of the land when they do those things. Who knows why they did it the way they did it, but it makes this giant bog, which is lovely because in the spring and summertime there's like tons and tons of frogs in there, which is very fun. But in the fall, no water in this area, so then it's just like nasty bog plants and stuff that like suck up all that water and then just become this towering jungle of nonsense that's not good and hides things in it that it shouldn't, like maybe a hidden cow or something like that. So we have like a truck with like a giant thing of like diesel or something like that, and I would just, like the fields of Vietnam, just burn all of these weeds and stuff, and that was awesome. But it gives you a flamethrower suntan. Create 60 minutes. Oh yeah, okay. Well, one sec. I will be right back, and then I will give you my full review of Violent Night, the movie that we watched on Christmas Eve. One sec, guys. Okay, we back. So, Max, you wanted to ask about my ex that is white, but identifies culturally as black.
Came in and cheeked out.
Oh, squirrel.
It loves little feet. She was out doing the Kim thing too, investigating fraud. But she's a good investigator.
Hi, Detective Snarf. Did you go outside to investigate crimes and then you got cool feetses? Mm-hmm. Oh, poor kitty. Like, how dare you? How dare you? Crazy. So, one of the things about my ex that everybody always leads with when they're asking about him is that he his particular instrument precedes him in conversation. So I will give him that, like, good on nature for endowing him thusly. However, as is generally the case when someone is particularly gifted with that appendage, is that there's a certain amount of, like, brain matter, I guess, used to craft that particular instrument that is absolutely required in that process. And so you got to give up one if you're going to have the other, I fear. And that was the devil's bargain that he made. So the other part that's crazy is that he's I guess, what would that be? He's of German heritage, and yet is, like, very casually racist. Not ranked competitive racism like we like here in the cult. So he wanted to put, at one point, we're, like, moving in together against my better judgment. And he's like, yeah, I just want to put some of my books on the shelf. And I'm like, bro, you can't put Mein Kampf on the shelf. And he's just like, well, why not? Like, you have all your books on there. And I'm like, if you can tell me a single passage from that book, I will consider it. And he was like, well, like, I've been meaning to get to it. So I'm like, so you just want to performatively put Mein Kampf on my bookshelf? Like, get the fuck out of here. This is ridiculous. Like, if you were like, oh, well, you know, I'm using it as, like, a translation for, like, learning German or whatever, because he did know a bit of German. Which, you know, hats off to him for learning German, because that's a pretty difficult language to learn. And because it's, like, sort of seems to me, at least, kind of cobbled together language that would be very difficult to learn. Even though I deeply regret not learning it when I had the opportunity, because our German teacher was very good looking and very charismatic, and I wish that I had learned German instead of Spanish. You heard it here first. There's just, the H's in the German class were just mega fine. But anyway, he wanted to put Mein Kampf on the bookshelf, and I was like, bro, no. Like, you have no reason for putting that on here. You're just wanting this book to be a conversation piece, and we don't do that here. All of the books on my bookshelf I have read, so I'm like, okay, that is what we're doing here. And so when I was an adult entertainer, I was like, oh, there are certain like enhancement instruments or whatever that one might use when they're conducting like, you know, shows and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, well, like, you can't have one of a particular melanism. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like, is there some sort of, like, stigma against that or something? Because, like, I was completely unaware of that. And he's like, yeah, that's, you know, people just not real big fans of that. And come to find out, I'm talking to, like, a veteran of the industry or whatever, like one of my most successful friends. And she's like, yeah, that's not a thing. I think your ex just didn't want you to have you know, any packages that were darker than his. And I'm like, that's weird, right? Like, and she's like, yeah, that's not an industry thing. That's like pretty big in the industry or whatever, is having, like, you know, that swirl cone situation going on. And I was just like, huh, that's weird. So I'm sitting in an adult shop in Las Vegas, just like questioning my beliefs for just a minute, because I'm like, so are, like, all of the things I know about this industry just completely, like, off kilter because of this one redneck dude that told me a thing, like, 4 years ago that was like, yeah, that's yeah, I don't ever want to see one of those in my house. And I'm just like, it's silicone, my dude. Like, because I was like, well, it can't possibly be because he's insecure, because like they're the same size, you know what I mean? So why would this even be a problem? But he was just like, and that was my reasoning for it, because I was like, okay, I could understand if he was like less endowed or something like that, and then that's why he has a problem with it, because it's like the issue is with the size and with the fact that it like is an other, you know what I mean? Like I can understand like the internalized like, oh well, why can't, you know, somebody like me for me like type of business that would be maybe attached to that. But no, I think he just was a weird dude that definitely if entered into like all of my buying habits for that particular industry for like a decently long time. I was like, yeah, like that's gotta be it, right? Like that's gotta be like the demographic norm. And they're like, no. So TLDR, I did not buy black adult toys because my white casually racist boyfriend was like, oh no, people don't like that. And I just took that as the gospel truth for some reason, because I was like, this seems fine, right? Like this, I mean, and then the moment that I let go of that weird like limiting factor, I made like my entire rent in an afternoon. So just goes to show, don't take advice from people who don't live the life that you want to live. You know what I mean? Because his like dream goal, I guess, is to be like just a blue collar worker forever. And once again, I would like to point out, I have no problem with blue collar workers. That one in particular was lazy as fuck though, unfortunately. And he does kind of give that stereotype a bit of a bad name. Because I've met tons of blue collar workers that are actually very talented, and you know, they do things that are important for society. Like first of all, was it Labor Day? Labor Day that we did a shout out for like all of our blue collar workers and stuff like that. Because you know, people really look down for whatever reason on like trash men and sanitation workers and stuff like that. And it's like, you realize we would live in piles of shit like India if we didn't have people like that, right? Like, have I ever dated someone like Black Max? Yes, actually, I did. And I told you, I think I told you guys last time, that was the guy I tried to break up with, and he was like, nah, we're not breaking up. And I'm like, but I just said that I wanted to break up, and I gave very valid reasons for why we should break up, and he was like, nah, we're just gonna stay together, it's cool. And I'm like, but you like me way more than I like you. Like, this is a disproportionate level of affection in this relationship. All things would lead Autismo here to believe that this is not an appropriate pairing. And he's like, nah, we just gonna stay together, it's cool. And I'm like, huh, that's weird, I didn't know you could do that. And honestly, like, I really wish I was in ever a position where I was getting broken up with, because that would be some crazy shit to pull. And I'm kind of mad that I've not been allowed to do that. But so far, I've only ever broken up with people. I've never gotten broken up with. So that's never been something I've been able to do. And now I'm off the market. So it's like, what could have been? I could have been like, no, we're just gonna stay together. I'm just gonna be your girlfriend. Like, we're just gonna stay together. Like, I just like be the Misa to his light Yagami, and I'm never gonna get to do that, unfortunately. Want your full ranking of Violent Night? Violent Night was really good, honestly. I thought you guys were trying to rage mate me again, but Violent Night was good. It was better than I expected it to be, if I'm being honest. It was kind of campy at times. Hold on. I'm like gonna get the crud, seriously. Like the day after Christmas, unbelievable. I was like pounding vitamin C and echinacea too. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. I overexerted myself. I barely exerted myself. It's disgraceful how frail I am. But first of all, initially with the interracial family in the show, I was like, oh, God, another one. Like, can we please just have like something that's listen, I'm not saying that there aren't interracial families in wealthy, affluent families, but like, I mean, show me a mixed kid from like the Kennedys or the Bidens or the Clintons, or I'd name some other legacy family that everybody knows. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it exists, but like, be for real. And all the actors did a good job. I'm just saying, my initial first reaction to that was just like, here we go again. Because in Avatar, everybody's evil and bad, and they're all white people. So I'm just like, not really crazy about that in film, because it's like, I get people are actors, they need jobs, but it's like, this girl couldn't possibly have read the best for that character. Like, would it be weird if we had like, you know how they do like on this episode of Cops or whatever, and you see like all the body cam footage of people like acting ridiculous in front of the cops, to be like, see, this is why we tased that guy, because he like was doing some fuck shit. I wish they had that for actors, so when they like cast somebody that's just like completely like not what you would expect for a role, you could be like, at the end of this movie is their audition tape, and we get to see them actually just like pouring liquid gold all over their application to be this particular character. Because then I'd be like, okay, all right. Like, we have a black Little Mermaid now because she has a Shakespearean level talent, the likes of which we've never seen, to be a mermaid specifically. And I'd be like, fair enough. But if you're just gonna hire like some Nepo baby or some like DI hire or whatever, I feel like that's part of the reason why movies are not doing as well as they did. Like, race swapping characters is not the flex that Hollywood thinks it is, and I think it makes people like the characters less, even if that actor had no involvement in that decision. I think it paints a different picture for that particular actor, because I also get fucking tired of seeing like Timothée Chalamet in every leading role. Like, I'm not saying that he's unattractive, but I'm saying, like, does he need to be the leading man in every movie for like the last 15 minutes? Like, really? You know what I mean? Now, they did the same thing with like Brad Pitt and stuff like that. I feel like Hollywood just like gets their hooks into a particular actor, and they're like, he's got to be in everything. Like when they were trying to make Jim from The Office a leading man in everything, and I'm just like, no. John Krasinski is like not who I want to see in any of these movies, except I will say this, he was perfect as playing like just some dad or whatever in A Quiet Place. I think that was actually a pretty decent role for him, because I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, he's just like somebody's dad, you know what I mean? And also, not every dude just has to be like some hot dude, you know what I mean? Like, I like actually the fact that certain characters are just like a regular person. Like, I don't need some runway model hot dude to be the leading character in every single scene. Now, if it makes sense for that to be the case, but like some like insanely hot dude playing like just some like small town doctor or whatever is not realistic. Even though I do have a veterinarian in our little small town that is very attractive, but that's not the norm. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense for me to go to a hardware store and see like a Swedish supermodel. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if it's in Sweden, sure. But like, I think that people, and also I think it plays into the fact that like media wants us to be like insecure and stuff like that. It's like, we have to have like the hottest chick ever, or the hottest dude ever playing this. Oh, hello. Welcome, Cryptid. I think we should play another Phasmophobia here in the next few days or something like that. Maybe if they're doing like a cool New Year's thing or something as well. What, is Winter just like Winter Just like totally, or is it just like a like for the holiday business? Because that was fun. I like doing Ghost Hunters with you. We should do that again. That was a fun collab. But yeah, like Liam Hemsworth or whatever being Geralt, like, be fucking for real right now. Oh, hello. Thank you. I appreciate you guys trying to help with affiliate. That's going to be so helpful and cool, especially when we go into the new season. Because I'm pretty sure that will help us schedule things out, and then that'll be easier for you guys, because I do tend to do some things kind of last minute, but if I could plan them out, then your Google Calendar will look the same as my Google Calendar, and then we'll all be at the same place at the same time. Because like the live interactions is way more fun for me. I'm sure you guys just love listening to me yap just like in a vacuum, but I like chatting with you guys. So the more we can get people onto live streams, the more interaction we can have as a cult, and I think that's better for everyone. So yeah, it's just like Liam Hemsworth being like, I mean, listen, once again, if it makes sense for this guy to be that guy, if he's playing like a Greek god, he should look like a Greek god. You know what I mean? But like, I also think it would be low-key pretty funny for like Stavros to play a Greek god, because he is a quintessential Greek man. You know what I mean? But Violent Night was good. So just skipping over the diversity hires on that, because of course we've got to talk about that, because I'm a nut. I liked the premise of this guy that's trying to win back his family, although I don't remember if we touch on why him and his wife are separated. Did I miss that part when I had to feed the cat or something? Hubby is like, his whole new thing right now, by the way, guys, is feeding this obnoxiously fat barn cat. Like, this cat, by the way, I have a bit of a grudge against this cat, because in April, I got this cat fixed, because, you know, when you live rurally, sometimes, like, animals just get kind of, like, dumped off into the wilderness, and I don't think that that's cool, but I do believe in them having healthcare. So I took this cat in, and I said, "Dear handsome vet, will you please get this random feral cat fixed, please, because I would rather have to deal with one feral cat than having to deal with like 10 feral cats." And then, yeah, I want to know about that game also. I saw it on your thing, but I didn't have time to look it up because I had to run into work. I was covering for somebody today, and that blew up in my face a bit. So I do want to see, is that game like multiplayer and stuff? Or is that, yeah, I'll ask you about it in a minute. So this cat was like super feral or whatever, but I did get her fixed. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to just like send her off into the wilds after I've gotten her fixed. I want to like kind of monitor her a little bit, because I'm a bit of a control freak. And so I kept her for a straight month in like this basically cat prison, I guess, because I was trying to like acclimate her and be like, every single day I would come out there and I would give her like really good food, and I would talk to her and sing to her and just be near her and like doing projects and stuff out there. And she still hated my fucking guts after like a month. So I set her free, and I was just like, you know what? If you're going to be this vicious and mean, I think you'll be fine in the world, because the thing that maybe I'm just like soft-hearted, I guess, which is crazy because I'm so aggressive and mean, is that I would hate for somebody to dump off like a tame cat, right? Like some cat that's, oh, hello, welcome. I saw that you joined the Discord. I was really happy to see that. I was like, ha, we got Crow. Big fan of crows just generally. One of these days I'll tell you guys about my plan to build like not just a cult, but a crow army as well. So very big into corvids. And so I set this cat free, and several months later, she comes back, and now she has a completely different attitude. Like, leave a building, and there's also fake people there that will mimic your voice, and ooh, spooky, scary. I mean, listen, if you feel like carrying, I'll put that on my wish list, because scary games are only fun for me if they're like multiplayer scary games, because I don't like to be scared. I used to be way more into like horror movies and stuff like that. I still like a good thriller and like psychological horror kind of stuff like that. But as far as being like hunted by a creepy thing, that's part of why I never played Dead Space, because it was too scary for me. That's the one where there's like, it's like weird alien like dinosaurs or something like that hunting you, isn't it? I think that is. I think I'm thinking of Dead Space. I might, maybe. Okay. His family was the reason for the separation. Yeah, so I think I kind of missed that part because hubby's like, let's go feed this barn cat. That's kind of the point of that crazy aside, is that hubby is every single day, that is the thing that he's excited about. He's like, are you ready to go feed mink? And I'm just like, honey, if I hadn't personally verified that this cat had had its reproductive tract removed, I would think that this cat was 9 months pregnant. Like, this cat is like so much fatter than Runts, it's ridiculous. And Runts is overweight. Runts and Fatty have been just completely bamboozling me for like a solid month to be like, oh, I'm starving. And then I feed them, and then Fatty eats all of the food, right? So he's like, we've got to do this. And he got me yesterday too. We come home at like 3 o'clock in the morning because I put together that puzzle with my gal pals. That was pretty awesome. And then he's like, well, let's go feed Mink. And I'm like, Mink does not need to eat. And he goes, all right, well, I'll be making a note that you don't want to feed Mink on Christmas night. And I'm like, fine, I'll go and feed this cat. But I'm just like, I'm not advocating for irregularly feeding barn cats, but like, she's feral. So it's not like I can just like play with her or like do any of the other methods I would do for like weight loss for a cat. She's not handleable, and she's so crazily like interested in meat. Like, I got within a foot of her this time. She's getting braver, but I'm just like, this cat is crazy, ridiculous. So I think for like a good like 15-20 minutes or something like that, I actually like lost that. I brought my phone, but there's until we get the Wi-Fi figured out over at the greenhouse, there's like a block of space that just like blips out, and it doesn't reconnect until I come back because there's like a chain of Wi-Fi, and if you break it, then you have to like start back at the beginning for it to like reconfigure, because it's a whole thing. Elon Musk should just be cool, and we should just be able to say, yes, I pay for Starlink, and it should just connect to my device wherever I can see like the sky or whatever. Like, my phone has satellite capabilities. I don't know why we're complicating technology. But anyhow, once we get over the fact that there's like a mixed race family and they're separated for some reason, because it's like, you know, it's like, oh, so a white guy broke up his family. Okay. And I'm just like, all right. I mean, I'm not saying I don't know deadbeats that are, I'll cool it with the racial noticing for just a moment. But I did like that movie. I thought it was pretty cool. I really liked that the sister was from, isn't she from the Righteous Gemstones? Like, isn't she legit the same chick? If not, she reminds me exactly of the sister from Righteous Gemstones. I thought that was hilarious. Also loved the douchebag influencer son. I thought that was pretty good, even though he's so annoying. Must be a great actor then, because I was so irritated by that character, and he has like maybe 5 lines in the whole movie. And then the actor boyfriend, great, phenomenal. Although I couldn't really understand if the actor boyfriend was like that kid's dad. Yeah, the Santa Viking was really cool. I also liked, I didn't mind that it was, what's his name? But he's like the sheriff from Stranger Things as well. He's the cop from Stranger Things. I liked that actor. I thought that his delivery was really good. Like, I feel like his performance really carried that movie, because he was, I would give his performance probably a 10 out of 10. Like, he truly believed that he was Santa and a Viking, and his delivery is just like perfection. The dad also, I think he was a pretty good actor. The mom was alright. The little girl was also alright. The Righteous Gemstone lady was perfect. She was terrible. I didn't like her at all. But the mom, yeah, Grenade in the Pants was pretty funny. Because that would suck. Like, if you've ever had something like hot, in fact, if anybody welds or knows anybody that welds or whatever, when you're welding underneath stuff, which I refuse to do because it combines electricity and math, and no thank you on that. So when you're welding underneath stuff, when you make like little circles or whatever, they can fall down and fall into your clothes and burn you. So like, having something caustic or explodey in your clothing and stuff like that would suck, because you there's nothing really to be done about it. It's just like you're trapped essentially. You just have to like make peace with your God. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was pretty awesome. I like the double cross. I didn't plan for the double cross, so usually they kind of telegraph that a little bit too much. But I like the double cross. Honestly, I think I'm just getting kind of old, and I'm not like a really big fan of like too many swears in a movie. Like, I know that I swear, like that is not lost on me, but the fact that they're like, it's almost like using like, you know, like motherfucker or something like that, like using that as like a they said something that was naughty. I don't really care for that. I think that honestly, just as a society, we should go back to like more creative swears. Oh, I forgot I told the kid from work. Nice. I would also like to just a real quick aside. It's like 18% of what all of my stuff is. 80, probably closer to. I will say this: if you are like a person that loves to give out gifts and stuff like that, like snack gifts or whatever, packaged food, please. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's sweet when people make cookies with their kids and they like give it to the mailman and stuff like that. But for whatever reason, like everybody that works at this bakery has like some kind of food allergies. So like, I don't know if that's just like the pipeline of how you get into being a baker or something like that. Is one of the questions on the box is like, are you allergic to pine nuts? Are you allergic to other nuts? Are you allergic to milk products? Are you, you know, like something in this list you must be allergic to be a baker, I think. I don't know. So most of us don't eat like baked goods from strangers because we are bakers and we're kind of like baked out low-key. And two, like, I don't know your kids, you know what I mean? Like, my niece and nephew all eat cookies that they make. I ate every bite of those. But that's because I like know their parents, you know what I mean? But like, I'm fine with getting like wrapped candy canes or something like that. Like something hamper proof, you know what I'm saying? Also, you can't eat at everybody's house, you know what I mean? Like, all of the foods and stuff that we cook are in a commercial kitchen. One of my actual rules is, this is like an unspoken rule kind of, is if I've not been in your kitchen, I don't necessarily want what you brought me from your kitchen, you know what I mean? And that's just me. That's like probably 25 straight years of being a germaphobe. I've kind of like lightened up in the last couple of years about it, but like, that's just like kind of a recipe to get people sick also, you know what I mean? Because I don't necessarily think that all people do like, and here's the crazy part, the people that I'm talking to right now, like, don't even know that I'm talking to them, right? Because like, it's sort of one of those things where like, if you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't, unfortunately. Because like, some people just like, I've had to explain the concept of cross-contamination to too many people in my life, I guess is the long and short of this. And I suspect that to a degree, that's why people get sick after Christmas. I am for certain that I got sick because I was traveling about, all stressed out, trying to get everything to match up for Christmas, but I'm just saying. I think it's a sweet gesture to like give like, oh, we need these cookies for you to like people, but I just don't think that maybe we should be doing that specifically, unless once again, like I said, it's someone you know personally, and they're like, I've eaten at your house before, so like, give me things from your house, you know what I mean? Also, not a big fan of potlucks anymore for that very same reason, because I have gone to a couple of potlucks where I'm just like, I know that somebody's going to feel some type of way if I don't eat their mac and cheese with like unmelted Kraft cheese on the top of it right now. And I don't like that I'm being put in your position right now to like flex on them with my homemade mac and cheese. And this is just like socially a nightmare for me, particularly. But I do like going to places where there's a list and you've been assigned something to bring. I very much like the idea of like oh, well, you're really good at making cheesecake, and you're really good at making salsa, and you're really good at making, you know, roast duck or something like that. And so we're gonna make a dinner out of these different, like, things. And then your job is the thing that you, like, specialize in. I like that. But yeah, mostly if you're gonna give people gifts, like, and again, I'm also not like a big preservative person, and if you have packaged goods, they're generally preserved, but like, packaged goods for strangers is, I think, probably a good rule of thumb. But yeah, what is that actor's name that played Santa in Violent Night? Same thing every time, Bag of Ice. Bag of Ice is good. Especially if somebody's gonna have like a cooler drinks, but I feel like cooler drinks guy is gonna have Bag of Ice, right? Or do you mean Bag of Ice for like 4 people's drinks? You know what I mean? Like the crunchy ice? Because like that's actually low-key top tier. Like crunchy ice for people's drinks. That is actually an elite tier bring. I will give that to you. The crunchy ice in just about like any drink immediately makes it a slushie, and that elevates it at least a star for me. Like, imagine, for example, like juice, crunchy ice, now it's a slushie. Moscow Mule, crunchy ice, now it's a slushie. So basically slushies are OP. I also like the ice with like a little circle in it, the little like sort of Cheerio shaped ice. Big fan of that. And then, what's another really good, like, potluck bring? I'm not a big fan of the person that just brings chips. I feel like you guys can kind of get that vibe about how I write food in my novels. Not a big fan of, like, a low effort bring. I feel like if you're the guy that's going to bring chips to the event, you should bring, like a board game or something like that. Bring, like, a board game, or, like, bring your PlayStation with Mortal Kombat or something like that. Like, something to, like, get the party going, you know what I mean? That was my favorite thing about kickbacks and stuff like that, is when people would bring, like, a fighting game, and then everybody would, like, rotate around and play fighting games. That was fun. That'll be even easier now that the Steam Cube's coming out, too. I'm really excited for that. I can't wait for that rollout. I think that Steam Cube is gonna, like, corner the market. If you're broke, just say it, so stop bringing chips, broadcast. And plus, also, too, that's, like, not... I think they do it because they're like, well, I'm bringing a gift. And that's, like, a back-in-the-day etiquette thing, is you don't show up empty-handed to somebody's house. And I think that we should bring that back. However, people don't know what to bring because nobody's teaching them. Like, nobody's giving anybody any home training anymore, so they don't know what they're meant to bring, because... I think back in the day it was like, you bring like a plate of cookies or something like that, a bottle of wine, but then it's like, well, if they don't drink, then what do I bring? And then it's like, I'll bring chips. Chips go with everything. And you're just like, no, dude. Because you're going to look foolish if I have my little like puff pastry tarts over here and you've brought chips. You know what I mean? Bring a lamp. You know, if you're not bringing food, I bring a candle. You know what I mean? Like a really nice candle. I would bring. That's pretty fun. Or if you know that they're not a candle household, I would bring them like wax melts for their like wax burner or whatever. I personally like a candle, but I also know how to use a lantern. So, you know what I mean? If my house is going to catch on fire, it's going to catch on fire like a barn in the 1600s. You know what I mean? But yeah, what's another good, trying to think, what's another good, homemade sauces? If you're gonna bring chips, right, bring a homemade sauce at least to dip the chips in. You know what I mean? Like, make me some, you know what's a good bring? If you're not sure what you should bring, you should do, like, a little cheese board. Because there's almost nothing that you need to put in with it, right? A lot of cheese, like, cheese dip. You want appetizers, you know what I mean? if you're the low effort potluck dude, you want apps. You know what I mean? Because everybody else has got to set up their stuff. If you're the guy, first of all, the appetizer guy always gets praised too. Like if you're a guy that like needs a self-confidence boost, do some appetizers. You know what I mean? Like, now this is one of my favorite appetizers, but I wouldn't recommend it because somebody's going to like kill themselves with it probably. But I like little caprese bites where it's just a little teeny mozzarella ball and then a little cherry tomato and then a little teeny basil and it's on like a little skewer. Those are good, but also somebody's gonna eat that skewer. Like I don't know that everybody knows that, but like there's a 1% chance at minimum that somebody's gonna eat like a toothpick, and then everybody has to go to the ER, and then it's just like bro, can't bring Dave anywhere, right? But one of the things that like I really like about my brother-in-law is that he brings like appetizers. He did this like cheese dip situation for Thanksgiving that was, I think I have the recipe like low-key on here. I've tried to go over it with him several times, but I think it's like my mother-in-law where he's like not a big recipe guy. Like it's in his head, but perfect. It is smoked Gouda with bacon, like little cooked bacon bits or what have you. Habanero Monterey Jack, blue cheese crumbles, cream cheese, caramelized onions, and yes, caramelize the onions. It's gonna take you like maybe 20 minutes or something like that. Yeah, better watch out with ass. Fresh chopped roasted garlic, again, delicious. Worcestershire sauce and a little bit of hot sauce. And then you put that all in a food processor, and then you would put that onto like some clear plastic wrap or whatever plastic wrap. Or I guess you could do parchment paper, and then you form it into like a cute little shape. Even if you put it in, like, you blend all that, and then you have like a cute mold that you can get, like a cute Jello mold or something, or cake pan, whatever, but like a mold, and then you put the plastic wrap, and then you put that stuff in there, and then you pat it into that shape, and then you have a cute little like cheese ball situation, and then people take crackers, and then they get like a little bit of that. That is an elite tier appetizer, and everybody loved it, and everybody asked about it. They were like, dude, what's in that? It was so good. Everybody wanted to talk about that, and it was like the last thing he wanted to talk about. But I'm like, that is what you do if you want to be like king party when you go somewhere, is you want to make delicious appetizers. Like I think I put in there the those apricot little jam pastries or whatever that my mother-in-law made. That's a good app too. But here's the thing, I feel like everybody really goes heavy on the sweets, like cookies, brownies, this, that, and the other. If you can make a really good savory appetizer, you will be like the king, because nobody's doing that. Like that is the one thing that everybody just completely ignores at the party. But I actually prefer that, especially if we're going to be eating like cakes and cookies and this and that. It's too much sugar. You know what I mean? Plus, like, I mean, I don't agree with this, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like people just look soft as hell just eating like cake and cookies all night. Like what am I, like the Candy Prince or something like that? Like it's, I don't know. It makes me feel a little rainbow pride, just a teensy bit, but you know what I mean? Ooh, another really good one that I like to do that's super, super easy. You make essentially pizza bites, but like fancy pizza bites. So there's this thing called phyllo dough, which is basically just dough that's rolled out, and then and then they put butter, and then they fold it, and then they roll it out, and they do that like 6 or 7 times. So when you cook it, it just puffs up. So sometimes it's phyllo dough, sometimes it's puff pastry or whatever, but sometimes you can just get that at the store, and it comes in like a little package, like it comes in like a box by like the butter and stuff like that in whatever fancy schmancy grocery store you guys are at. They don't do it in my region anymore. They just do pie dough or whatever. They don't do that particular thing, or at least I haven't found it. I think you have to go like maybe a specialty store where I'm at, just because nobody does it. but it was one of my favorites, and I think it's just because I moved like to a different part of the city or whatever. But super good. You cut little circles, right, and then you'll score it. You'll make like basically an eyeball shape sort of, and then that gives you your little basket. So then you're gonna put some, I think it's ricotta cheese, a little, you can do ricotta cheese, basil, and then like balsamic and like whatever spices you want, like however you want to like make your little pizza or whatever. Blend all that, put that into the eyeball, and then on top of the eyeball you slice a tomato that's like your eyeball size, and then you'll bake those. And then when those come out, you drizzle like balsamic reduction over the top of them. Delicious. I could eat like 15 of those. They're delicious. But I also made those lamb meatballs for one of my things, and then everybody got like 3 little lamb meatballs, and then like a little like smear of like tzatziki, which I just buy tzatziki, but I have made it before. But it's like basically same diff. You can just like mess with the flavors more if you make it, but honestly, like it requires like freaking 20 ingredients. It's ridiculous. So like if you just get a thing of tzatziki and like you put it in like a little like serving cup or whatever, like nobody's gonna know. But yeah, highly recommend those things, especially if you're gonna go to like a party or something like that. Like the savory dish appetizer, elite. Better Watch Out was a fucking weird movie. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Better Watch Out was weird. Every moment of that movie felt like the director was just like, how can we make this rapier? And it's like, I don't know how old that actor is, but I think he might be a little young to be like brandishing a weapon and like trying to be seductive and get after an actress that's like clearly older than him. Like, not like by a lot, I don't think. I think they're probably closer in age than we probably realize, but it was a weird movie. And I did look it up. That actor, the director for the movie Better Watch Out, only has 4 films on his IMDb. And I think that those should be the last 4 films on his IMDb, because that was weird. How that script got greenlit, I will never know. But he killed his best friend over jealousy. Well, here's the thing. You and I would not do that because a best friend means something different. But to a sociopath, that was never his best friend. I think that's kind of part of the, like, I could highbrow this movie, but that movie was ass. So he's a sociopath. He does not differentiate between right and wrong because he only cares about what he cares about. He doesn't care about morality at all. You would think of him as more of like maybe chaotic or neutral evil, if that makes sense. So it's only about what he wants. So the fact that his friend served as a lackey to him and he held no emotional significance to him. I think he would have killed his friend over him not touching the babysitter. When he's like, the babysitter is mine and this interloper has touched something that's mine. I feel like that was just like a convenient excuse. It would have been anything. You know what I mean? Because inherently a sociopath can't be trusted because they only look out for their own interests. Like, I feel like if he had gotten to a point where he believed that that pinning everything on his like best friend or whatever would have gotten him out of the situation, he absolutely would have done that. Yeah, the final girl moment in that was sick. That is the only reason I think that it gets like, what did we end up giving it? Like a 2 out of 5 stars? 1 out of 5 stars? For whatever reason, it gets a star just for the final girl moment. But other than that, I really see no merit in it. Also, you're telling me that 2 damn near grown men couldn't fight off like a 14-year-old sociopath? Like, be for real. I think that in the context of this weird, creepy movie, if I was watching a bunch of teenage boys, it would depend on the teenage boys, surely, because they all have different like height, build, strength modifiers, stuff like that. But for that we'll just say for sake of argument, it's those particular teenage boys, but like copy paste. I think I think I could maybe take like 4 of them, and I'm weak as shit. Because first of all, the moment that kid handed me that strap, I would have been like, I would have cleared the slide to check if that is one of the first things about safety, is that you always check if your weapon is loaded. You don't just take somebody's word for it. So the fact that she's just like letting this kid have that, I'd be like, one, I'm the adult, like, no, you're not gonna have this. I don't care if it's your dad's or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. And I also wouldn't let him have that. And if he was being weird about it, I would have just like knocked him unconscious. Like, if a 14-year-old's trying to tell me that they're gonna protect me, I'm like, no, absolutely not. Like, give me that. And then if they don't give it to me, I just be like, what are you doing right now? Like, I would treat that kid the same as if I had to rescue a child from a pool and they're flailing. I would just choke them unconscious, and I would drag them to shore. You know what I mean? Now, not me, I can't swim. But that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to, like, let the person drown you. So if this kid's just like, no, I got it handled. I went to a seminar one time. I'd be like, absolutely not, you're a child. Like, knock it off. Now, that changes if this is, like, here's the thing. In no situation would I be watching, like, some 9-year-old rifleman's Rain Man. You know what I mean? Where this guy's like, I could pick somebody off at 1,000 yards or something like that. There's, first of all, no scenario where that kid needs a babysitter. Or if he does need a babysitter, it's probably the government, because he's a child soldier. You know what I mean? So, I just thought it was wild that she was letting this teenager have that much free reign in the very beginning. Because if you've ever nannied before, kids will get up to all sorts of weird mischief. So, like, you have to at all times kind of have the upper hand. Like, you're not their friend. You're, like, there to watch them and maintain their safety. So, if anything goes against those two objectives, like, you've got to be like the robots and be like, absolutely not. Like, we're not going down this pathway of the quest. Like, this is, we're just doing this. Like, watch your movie, eat your popcorn, what's going on, you know? Crazy. Bro was being weird since the start. Absolutely. And then the mom being like, yeah, put a pencil on the door because he sleepwalks. I'm like, a pencil on the door? Like, what are we doing? What in the light Yagami type of shit are we doing here? Doesn't he put a mechanical pencil on his door or something like that? Or no, it's a strip of paper and pencil lead. I see. Yeah, he put like a strip of paper in his door, and then when somebody goes through the door, you have to put the piece of paper back. But then on the other side of the door, he puts a pencil lead. So if the pencil lead is knocked down when he goes in there, he knows somebody's been in his room. But I'm just like, okay. But yeah, that kid was way weird. But I've absolutely watched like younger boys before, and then they're like, madam, would you like to play Gears of War with me? And I'm like, no, we're not doing none of that. And it's like, here's the best part about nannying is because it's like, if you're like their teacher or something like that, if you're in like a group scene with these like adolescents, you don't want to necessarily dress down somebody in public and be like, hey, knock it off, you're being weird, because now you're like putting social ramifications on somebody whose brain isn't fully developed yet. But if you're just like one-on-one and like, you need to establish a boundary. You're an adult. So the fact that like, and again, I assume, which this makes it a little weirder and creepier for me. I assume that the reason that this, I want to say her name is Ashley in the movie. The reason Ashley doesn't establish a boundary is because she too is presumably a minor, which I think the director's like, yeah, we're gonna make her almost gonna go to college. Not quite, almost gonna go to college. And I'm like, can Ashley be of drinking age or something like that? Like, you're telling me that there's not a single instance where like an adult could maybe watch this child, and it's like, no, we need her to be underage. And I'm like, we need her? Oh, alright, it's kind of what a weird situation. And also that first boyfriend, by the way, looked like a full-grown man. So like, can she please be an adult? please, I beg of you, or can everybody in this be a teenager or something like that? Like, that part was really weird for me. Like, the guy with, like, the fuckboy hat or whatever that they have as, like, the initial boyfriend or something like that, as her ex. That's a full-grown man. So can we just... That was weird for me. We'll just talk about that. The paint can scene was weird because I feel like maybe move him before you brandish a gun or something like that. Knock the chair over or something. Or also just, like, grab the paint can. Like, because he can't grab the paint can. You're right there. Like, knock the paint can out of the way and just be like, I've had enough, you little bastard. Like, you're getting grounded. And then when you brandish the pistol that doesn't work, beat his ass. Like, straight up beat his ass. Like, none of this conversation bit. He pulled a gun. Like, you can beat his ass now. Like, and normally I don't condone violence. But if someone pulls a gun on you, even if it's like, she fully believed that gun was real. In the context of this scene, she fully believed that gun was loaded and posed a serious threat. So the fact that she's now only speaking to this minor is crazy. Because he, at this point, has brandished, to her knowledge, as this character, has had a loaded weapon brandished at her. And she's just like, I can't believe you would do this, and blah, 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 blah. And she's just like, bitching at him? Beat his ass. What are you talking about? If I had brandished what they presumed would be a loaded weapon at my parent, I would have my ass so beat, bare minimum. That was crazy. And yeah, also the paint can scene. You've never had to, like, knock something out of the way when it's like, she's right there. She didn't stop anything. That was crazy to me. And, like, again, I don't expect the other kid to do anything. Why were guns so easy to access? I mean, yeah, I guess, where was this even in the, I guess that makes sense. You're from a blue state. I get why guns would maybe be easy to access. But if a gun, once again, if it was in fact that easy to access, because also he's a little sociopath, maybe he picked the gun safe or something like that. The fact that he's had access to not one but two firearms, they lived in a gated community, yeah, and I guess realistically those things wouldn't get robbed that much, but yeah, you would think that those people would have them in, like, some sort of, like, inaccessible to children safe, but, like, let's say for sake of argument that this little sociopath just, like, picked the locks or something like that, or he did some Spy Kids bullshit to be able to access that. I'm saying once those are no longer in his possession, why is his ass not getting beat? Like, immediately. Like, that kid would be getting hogtied in the kitchen and a phone call to his parents immediately. I'd be like, tell me why your kid just brandished a gun at me. I'm calling the police. This is ridiculous. This is going on record. This is crazy. And then here's the thing. I think that makes a better movie, actually, also, is the fact that she beats his ass, calls the cops, and then he escapes or something. And then he tries to do some, like, fuck shit and be like, she's trying to frame me or something like that, crocodile tears or some ridiculous business like that. And then turns into, like, a cat and mouse between, like, who's lying and who's, like, actually a threat or whatever. Because, you know, I think that provides a way more interesting movie than them having, like, an adolescent actor just, like, be weirdly rapey for, like, a weirdly long amount of time in a movie. You know, because, like, if she calls the cops, right, and she's like, this kid brandished a weapon at me or whatever, and then her ex, like, breaks in and, ooh, now it's a real break-in because her ex, like, shows up, because, I don't know, something like that. But just, he was 12, and that's even creepier. That's even creepier. I don't know that I've ever been hit on by somebody that significantly much younger than me. That's weird. Way weird. 12 going on 13. A 12-year-old flirting with this girl. And I I would like to, for the sake of my own sanity, she's 18, right? So she's 18, he's 12. That's a 6-year age gap. But like a giant developmental one. Crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know why I keep thinking everybody is 14. That seems, usually 14 seems to be like the one that they want to do. Like Ellie, for example, in The Last of Us is 14. But yeah, that's crazy. And that kid for sure is the type of kid in a zombie movie that says that he's not bitten when he absolutely is. Like, I just get that vibe off of him for whatever reason. Such a crazy movie. But yeah, that kid was creepy. But here's the thing, that kid wasn't creepy. The director was just like, be a little creep, more of a little creep. Yes, that's perfect, perfect. And then you're gonna want to panic. And like, I did think he did a really good job. I will give it to this actor. He did a really good job of like, after he's murdered everyone, presumably, he like tries to sneak into his bedroom and like tries to put like the stupid pencil on the door to be like, I've been asleep this whole time, couldn't have been me. And I'm like, you little dummy, like, you don't think they're gonna see the footprints on the roof that you like went from one to the other? Like, it's very obvious that you like did this, but it's crazy. And then trying to be like, oh, I'm worried about her, we should go to the hospital, so he can have his like cat and mouse at the hospital or whatever. I'm like, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how that director wasn't laughed out of the room for that. That was insane to me. But, and once again, it's stuff like that that's like, this movie got made and I'm like, why did I wait so long to write a book? Like, they're just making anything into a movie now. Like, come on, like, we could make a movie and it wouldn't be that hard. Like, I can't believe that actor or that director was just able to do it. Yeah, who the hell told him that movie was a good idea? Here's the thing, if that guy didn't give me like such Mad Creek vibes or whatever, I would say we should absolutely watch another one of his films just to see if like that one was a wonky one. But I don't think that's a wonky one. I think that director's just a straight up creep. Like, better watch. Crazy. On a quiet suburban street, a babysitter must defend against a home invasion. And I was like, that's like a pretty cool. Now, I do think that a better version of that movie, I think we can redeem the home invader movie. Hold on. What is a movie that I watched her in? You know what? Instead of our second movie, we're gonna watch a better break-in movie. That's what we'll do. We're gonna redo the break-in style movie, except this one everything goes right. That's what we'll do. So when we hit in another like 8 minutes or so, I'll queue up our first movie. The second movie will be a surprise, but it'll be a better version of that movie. I don't think is this one even a Christmas movie? Because that would be awesome too. Blah blah blah, takes on a weekend getaway. And this one's PG too. What 3 movie are we watching? Okay. So the first movie that we're watching is the one that you suggested because you submitted it first. That's just how it works, you guys. Also, I kind of like action, suspense, and then like sort of palate cleanser. Kind of like a good beat. I do our movie nights like I used to do my dance routines where I'm like, I want something to like get the bitches going, and then I want something to like everybody can be like, oh, what's going on there? And then the last one is like the wind down, you know what I mean? Pretty much everything I do in threes is like that. I'm like, yeah, that's what we're doing. So the first one we're gonna watch is Red 1. And then the second one we'll watch is the movie I picked, because we got to keep that same energy with the break-in situation. And then the third one we'll watch is Waiting. And if it gets too late, let me know, and we can watch the third movie tomorrow after the Hangout stream, if that's what you guys want. I'm totally cool with doing that, because I know you guys aren't night owls like me, and if you guys let me know what would fit best for you for scheduling, which I think that we'll be able to do that once we hit affiliate, which we're very close to right now. Actually, the analytics are looking real good. And then we should be able to like make it so that you guys can see more streams, because that's my ultimate goal, honestly, is for you guys to see as many streams as possible, because, you know, why not? You know what I mean? Yeah, that should be good. Okay, so I'm gonna get who's not a night owl. Well, I think 80% of the population are early birds rather than night owls. Plus, y'all are halfway across the country, so I try and be pretty cool about when we start and stop. I'd like to start earlier with things, I really would, but you know, not the best at time management, it would appear. Okay. I think that's it. Okay, so that one's there. We'll wait on the third one so that I'm not like, calm down there, getting ahead of yourself. Alright, so those two are getting queued up right now, and like last time, we'll do like a quick little 15-minute intermission in between all of them, so that we can get our snacks and we can get all that going. But where, oh no, I lost where I was at. Ooh, I also want to tell you guys that I am working on some new scene transitions and stuff like that. So like this is the holiday one. I like this one. If only I could figure out how to get rid of the word stream starting and then have that say whatever I wanted. Like I said, a lot of these overlays are just like not very customizable or whatever. And I know why that is, you know, because they want people to probably make their own or whatever, but I'm like, you're just like kind of sleeping on these stream assets, you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna do this anyway, like if you're gonna be like a scene transition person or whatever, like you own, for example, if I was the artist for this or whatever, each of these little things would be their own deal. So the utility of this would be like, I'm going to change the colors of the stockings, or I'm going to put people's names on the stockings or something like that, or I'm going to change the color of the fire, or like the style of brickwork or something like that. And that would be the utility of like paying somebody for the customization or whatever. But as far as like changing like the words and stuff like that, it's like how dare somebody be able to like use a generic-ish background or whatever. And they don't even credit the artists either. So it's like, somebody presumably created this. And there's not even like a little like Pablo Picasso, like Bob Ross style, like at the bottom where it's like, hey, I'm the one that made this background or whatever. So like, what's the point of making it not customizable if you're just going to make it like essentially free for streaming anyway? You know what I mean? Also, I think that this is mayhaps uneven. Does it look even? Probably closer to even. Looks closer, I think. Anyway, it's gonna be pretty moot after at the end of December. So it's like essentially this entire scene becomes like completely obsolete the moment it hits the New Year's, but hopefully that will be remedied with the new one. But I'm gonna get that set up in the Discord, and I will see you guys there. I'm pretty sure we hit the goal, you guys. I'm pretty sure we did it. Did we do it? It's too soon to literally tell, but I believe we did it. I'll see you guys in the Discord.